good. And I think we're recording. Yes, we're recording. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Extraordinary Ordinary Women. And I'm excited to be able to share with you stories of ordinary women, women in our community, women who have had a dream or an idea and followed it through to fruition. Their stories will encourage you, uplift you, and hopefully inspire you to ignite the seeds of greatness within your heart. For it's through sharing that we come to realize that we are not Robinson Crusoe, all alone on our own little island. That there is, particularly now with social media, this network of truly amazing women who willingly stretch out their hand with encouragement. Having found this for myself when my life was turned upside down, it is my gift to those women to be able to pay forward the gift of encouragement to others. So, without further ado, I have great pleasure in introducing you to Jill Wagner. Now, today's conversation touches on themes of loss, of love, and strength. Strength in the face of an unimaginable challenge. Jill has walked a path marked by both deep pain and extraordinary transformation. Her husband, a war veteran, tragically took his own life, instantly changing her world forever. Yet, through that heartbreak, she has found a way to rebuild, to find meaning, and to help others through sharing her story. So it's both an honour and a privilege to welcome Jill today and to hold space for her and her journey. So hello and welcome, Jill.
Hello, yes.
Suicide is often a subject we tend to avoid, shrouded in silence and stigma. Yet the stories of those left behind carry the truths we need to hear. Many feel uncomfortable talking about suicide, but confronting the pain and the loss openly is how healing begins. And so, Jill, thank you for being here today, sharing your story. And welcome again.
Okay, so to start with the suicide, he actually shot himself. And I do tell people that that's what happened because it immediately stops them looking at me questioning, why didn't you do suicide prevention? Couldn't you have stopped it? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was. I accept that it was his choice. He chose the time, the method, all of those things that he was going to end his suffering because he had cancer. He was terminal. Like a lot of Vietnam veterans, they've come back with all sorts of cancers. And yes, he chose to end his life very quickly.
Now, Jill, can I just pause you there because you say that with confidence and conviction, but I know it was a journey of processing all of that for you to get to this point where you can say that now without any not inhibitions, but feeling that you had some cause in this process of what he did.
Oh, look, it was really easy to blame myself, think perhaps I should have done something, perhaps I should have been nicer, all of these things. But by coming out and saying he shot himself, and then it puts it back onto his choice and accept that it was his choice.
Yes.
That it wasn't really anything to do with me.
And even like by saying that and admitting,
Yes.
well, acknowledging, not admitting, acknowledging
Yes.
that it was his action, his choice.
Yes.
I know when we go through a traumatic experience, for myself, which was not only but a divorce, but any traumatic experience, you think, what could I have done differently to have changed this? and I've had a little bit of experience, not with suicide, but with attempted suicide, actually. Can you explain that? What I'm trying to ask is, bluntly, were there any signs that this was going to happen?
Not really, no.
Yes.
He waited until I went off riding my horse. He waited until I'd loaded my horse on the truck and gone in riding, and then popped himself off.
Right.
So he planned it. He'd planned the whole thing, the
And,
timing, everything else.
yeah.
Yes.
And I think the point is there that to acknowledge to people who are listening to this story is that there are no black and white neon light signs that say, help, this is what I'm planning, reach out to me. Are there? It's
No, if that had been the case, yes, suicide prevention would have been a possibility.
yeah.
But because there was nothing, I'm going to knock myself off today because there was nothing like that. Yeah, there was nothing I could do. So yes. But coming home, finding him that he'd shot himself, then the police coming, and you sit there, and you're a person of interest because they're wondering whether you actually knocked the person off or not. I mean, that was the hard bit.
right. Would you share a bit more about that, please?
Okay, so when you get the police in and the ambulance and all of those things, you are then a suspect, a murder suspect for a while.
That must have been really hard because all of a sudden you've come upon your husband in this situation. You've lost your husband. I can't really imagine what the scene of your husband looked like, but horrendous. And then to be confronted with being a suspect, that must have just put your whole mind and body into chaos.
Oh, it was. I couldn't function for a little while. Yeah.
Right. And
And
did you call a friend? Did you have somebody with you to take you through all?
I called my daughter. Yeah, who
Right.
lives in not far away. Yeah, so I had family,
Right. Mm.
and I found avoiding friends was better. I mean, getting family involved was better because friends wanted to know too many details that wasn't there, that they weren't privileged to, that I wasn't going to share with them.
Yes. Yes. And at that point, I'm imagining that you still have a lot to process. And what do other people need to know? What am I willing to share? How much can I do of all of this? Because even just sharing what you've just found with your immediate family
Yes.
is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to get the police, the ambulance, all of those come in. So then that's taken away. That part's taken away. Then you're left with there being the suspect for a while, and yes, until they actually decide no, it was suicide.
And can I be so bold as to ask, was that like days, weeks later?
No, 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 no. It was fairly obvious. He was laying on the bed with a gun in his hand,
Right. Yeah.
so it was pretty obvious. It was fairly obvious, yes.
Okay. So
As long as I had to be careful not to do anything to the scene.
yes, which dare I say,
Yes, I know.
we get information like that from the movies. Don't touch
I
it.
mean, I had to be really careful that I didn't change anything. Yes. So that
Right.
was very obvious. Yes.
Because actually, just thinking about it, I'm thinking your immediate reaction would be to rush over and touch, feel.
Yes.
What was your immediate reaction?
Oh, I just rang. I saw that, he'd shot himself, and I realised that, yeah, there was nothing I could do. So, yes, I did ring the police. Triple O, did triple O.
Triple O. Yes, yes, not the local police because you have to go through the
You
right.
can't. You got to ring triple O, yes.
Yes, you have to go through the correct process, and ringing the local
Yep.
police is not the correct process. Yep. So you've endured an incredibly painful chapter, losing your husband to suicide after his service as a war veteran. That kind of loss changes a person at the deepest level. What have been some of the hardest parts of navigating that reality? And how did you find your way through the darkness?
Um, Loneliness is an issue. I mean, suddenly you're by yourself.
Yes.
And because I'm a twin, it's the first time I've ever been by myself.
Ah, right.
So that's really hard. My family were good. The children, they've been really good. Um,
Which is
and
interesting. Can I, sorry, pause you there because that's an interesting comment because it's their father.
yes, yes, it was their father.
Their
Yes,
father. Yes.
yes.
Um, so,
So
but
we had to support each other. Yeah,
yes, right. Sorry, keep going. The hardest parts of
yeah,
navigating loneliness.
yeah. Then DVA, the Department of Veteran Affairs, have been really good. They supplied counselling.
Right.
I spoke to a counsellor regularly for quite a long time. Then, because he was ill, I'm on a DVA Gold card, which is a pension,
Right.
which is medical and all sorts of things. So I can actually go to the dentist, do all sorts of things, and get get a lot of discount discount sort of things, as in driver's license, car rego, those sort of things. So Department of Veteran Affairs are quite supportive financially.
Which is excellent because suddenly, like I found myself single after 62, and the finance part of it is a significant factor.
Oh, absolutely. So yes, I haven't financially. It's been okay. I was still working at the time. Um,
How did you find that? Was that able to take your mind off it during the work
oh
hours?
yeah, I went back to work fairly quickly. Just because that was routine for me.
Yes, yes.
But then I decided, well, what's the point of working? Because either I hit a kangaroo or a pothole or missed the speed camera, and I've lost my year's work.
Yes, yes. And living in the rural area, as we both do,
Yes,
it's very easy to hit a kangaroo. Yes.
or a pothole.
Or a pothole. Yes. We won't go down that road. Yeah. So how did you and how did you find your way out of the darkness? And I imagine like what was the length of your dark period?
Oh, a couple of years.
Yes. Yes.
Um, One of his school friends is still has been really good and supportive. So that's an old friend of his who's been really nice to about as well.
Yes.
Um, but quite often, most of the ones that knew both of us have just dropped by the wayside because they can't handle the suicide thing.
Very interesting. Because I found that with the divorce, but assumed that that was, taking sides. So that's interesting to learn because there are no sides to take in your situation.
No, but that's one of the things that.
Whoops, I think our internet has just frozen. Blast.
Oh, you're back again.
Yes. The joys of the internet. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a wake up. Learning who I can trust to when I'm on my own,
As in conversations.
as in friends.
Yes.
I have had to distance myself from a person who I thought was a friend, and really they were just trying to take over my life.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm noticing with a lot of women, especially the old legacy widows. They've usually got a bossy friend who tells them what to do.
Oh, interesting, isn't it? The dynamics of relationships and how
Yes,
when things change, how the dynamics change. Yes.
yes.
Um, so, Jill, from the depths of that experience, What have been the rewards, the insights, the strengths, or new perspectives that have come? Can I ask you something?
Um,
From when
yep.
my divorce happened, I lost my identity, who I was. Did that happen to you through
Oh,
suicide?
I had to really strongly stay with my identity.
Right.
I mean, I'm really lucky the way I was brought up. I was brought up to be independent in my own way.
Yes.
Even when we were married, I was still myself. I did my thing.
Yes.
So yes, I've always been independent.
That's I see that as being slightly different to losing your identity, but you've just said you felt that you lost that as well. But then through your independence, you've been able to.
Yes,
Yes, that was my story too. Yeah. Um, I'm just finding it very interesting, the parallels, because
would
divorce is
be.
obviously very different to a suicide, but there seems to be some parallels in loss of various things, and obviously the other ones are the learning to stand on your own 2 feet, going from
Yes.
having a partner to no partner, learning to live as a single, all those sorts of things. So back to our question. What have been the rewards? What's been the silver lining? The
Oh, look, I'm out doing things that I wouldn't have done before.
yeah. I've sent shivers down my back because that's my story. All right, yeah. So
And I wouldn't have been sharing my story with anyone. No, I would have kept to myself. I
yes,
wouldn't have reached out to help anyone.
exactly, exactly. And isn't that interesting? Yes, because through the hardship, I too am reaching out to share my story and helping other women, hence this program. Um, Fascinating how a tragic event, crisis in a person's life pushes them into a new direction, and it's a ripple effect that they have upon the people around them, and in your case sharing your story. Yeah. So Jill, finally, for those who may be carrying their own invisible battles or supporting someone through grief, what truths or wisdom, words of wisdom, have emerged from your journey that you would want them to know?
Think very carefully about who you're going to rely on.
Awesome. Right. And that
Um,
reflects back to your.
really sort your friends out. Just, you know, who are your friends by who stick to you and stick by you.
Yeah. What you've lived through, and how you found strength and meaning on the other side is deeply moving. You remind us that even through unimaginable loss, there is a way forward. And my voice is croaking with emotion from your story. So you remind us that there is a way forward, that healing from a suicide can unfold one step at a time. So, folk, if Jill's story has touched you and you feel called to reach out, she's open to connecting, not as a professional, but as someone who's walked that road and understands it from the inside. And sometimes that's the kind of connection we're just looking for. And if you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide or deep despair, please, 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 please reach out for help. In Australia, there's Lifeline and Open Arms Veterans and Family Counselling, details of which will be are in the description box. Support is available 24/7. So, Jill, thank you again for being such a powerful example of grace, resilience, demonstrating the quiet strength of an extraordinary, ordinary woman. And folk, I look forward to sharing yet another story of an extraordinary, ordinary woman with you all next time. God bless. with heart, Margarita. Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.